Now let us say that uh, I come to your residence on 1st of January with an investment opportunity, with a business opportunity. मैं आपको ऐसा बोलता हूँ कि भी देखो एक अच्छा सा बिजनेस अपॉर्चुनिटी है जिसपे हमको एक प्रोडक्ट मैन्युफैक्चर करके सेल करने का है। आपने बोला कि सर कैसे बनेंगे प्रोडक्ट, तो मैंने प्रोडक्ट कैसे बनेंगे वो आपको बताया, उसका मार्केटिंग कैसे होगा वो मैंने बताया, उसका मार्केट साइज क्या है वो बताया, मार्केटिंग का स्ट्रेटेजी क्या है वो बताया, एंड सो ऑन। ऐसा करके मैंने सब कुछ आपको बताया। ये सब बताने के बाद आपने मेरे को ऐसा पूछा, सर मेरे को इसमें से रिटर्न क्या मिलेगा। मैंने बोला भाई रिटर्न मिलेगा ना, क्यों नहीं मिलेगा। इसमें से आपको रिटर्न मिलेगा, लेट अस से 5%। क्या बोला मैंने, 5% का रिटर्न मिलेगा। सो आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन टू ऑल ऑफ यू कि क्या आप ये प्रोजेक्ट में इन्वेस्ट करना चाहोगे या नहीं। ना आंसर इज नो, एंड नो आंसर इज करेक्ट आंसर। Now why the answer is no? Everyone answers correctly that sir, State Bank of India is giving a return at the rate of 6%, and this project is giving return only at the rate of 5%. So how will I invest? That is the reason I'm not investing. I said okay. So I go back to my residence. Again after 15 days, I come to you with a different investment proposal. This time again there is a product that we are going to manufacture and sell. And again I'm giving you the entire explanation that's how we are going to start with the project. After listening to everything, your simple question was that sir मुझे रिटर्न क्या मिलेगा। मैंने बोला कि रिटर्न मिलेगा तुमको 6% का, 6% का। I want you to tell me that whether you will invest or not in this project. Again no answer is correct answer. That sir we would not like to make investment. The reason behind that is, if at all we make investment in the product, then in that case we understand that there is a risk which is there in the business, और यहाँ पे रिस्क नहीं है। That is the reason we understand that we should not make investment over here. That is a simple reason that we have. रिटर्न सेम है, पर क्या होगा जब हम लोग कोई भी बिजनेस करेंगे ना उसमें रिस्क रहेगा। तो अगर हम लोग रिस्क ले रहे हैं और उसका कुछ रिटर्न नहीं मिल रहा है, then in that case why should we invest? So you will not invest is correct answer. So I just go back to my residence again and say come to you once again on 30th of January. Again like the same kind of like the explanation. Let's say there is a product that I am going to manufacture and sell and so on. This time the first thing that you ask me before I complete my explanation, that sir मुझे रिटर्न क्या मिलेगा। मैंने बोला रिटर्न मिलेगा ना इस पर, क्यों नहीं मिलेगा, रिटर्न मिलेगा 15%। Then in that case whether you will invest or not, in order to decide that, say you would like to make an assessment that say what is the risk of the proposal, what is the risk of the investment. Of course this time the return which you are getting is more than 15%, पर ऐसा नहीं है कि ब्लाइंडली से यू विल मेक इन्वेस्टमेंट। 15% 6% से ज्यादा ही है। सो इन दैट केस से यू विल बी एबल टू से दैट इज यू विल बी इंटरेस्टेड इन द प्रोजेक्ट। स्ट्रेट वे यहाँ पे जैसे आपने मेरे को मना कर दिया वैसे आप मना नहीं करोगे। However, this time what will happen? So you will at least inquire that say what is the business proposal, and you will try to make the assessment of the risk, and based on that so you will take a decision whether to make investment in the project or not. So all of you have answered very correctly that sir over here so the risk is there. The reason we are getting a return which is say more than 15%, so we will start thinking that say whether to make investment in the proposal or not. That is what say we understand. So over here, how will you measure the risk? That is what say the point comes. How will you measure the risk? The financial management has developed certain techniques with which you can measure the risk in any of the proposal, with which you can measure the risk, and name of those techniques are variance, standard deviation, beta. These are the like certain measures with which you can make, that is say certain tools with which you can measure the risk. Now I do not know whether you are following to some extent the stock market or not. अगर आपने NSE का वेबसाइट है, BSE का वेबसाइट है, अगर उसको कुछ देखा है, then in that case हमको जो भी सारा सिक्योरिटीज लिस्टेड होता है स्टॉक मार्केट में, जो भी सारा सिक्योरिटी स्टॉक मार्केट में लिस्टेड होता है, उसका हमको रिस्क का मेजरमेंट दिया जाता है इन फॉर्म ऑफ बीटा. बीटा का कैलकुलेशन बहुत ही सिंपल है. इट इज कैलकुलेटेड बाय यूजिंग द रिग्रेशन एनालिसिस. तो उस पर कैलकुलेट किया जाता है बीटा का कैलकुलेशन, कोवेरियंस ऑफ द सिक्योरिटी विद मार्केट डिवाइडेड बाय वेरियंस ऑफ द मार्केट पोर्टफोलियो. ऐसा इसका एक सिंपल फॉर्मूला है. उसको एक अलग तरीके से भी कैलकुलेट किया जाता है. इट इज कोरिलेशन कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ द सिक्योरिटी विद मार्केट इनटू स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन ऑफ सिक्योरिटी अपॉन स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन ऑफ मार्केट पोर्टफोलियो. ऐसा इसका सिंपल फॉर्मूला है with which beta is calculated. At our intermediate level ये सारा formulas अभी हमको करने का ज़रूरत नहीं है, because the calculation of the beta is not there in our syllabus. Now coming back to the important point, जैसे हम लोग समझते हैं that the leverage is the measurement of risk. Similarly, beta is also measurement of the risk. देखो, we understand that say leverage increases, along with that so the beta also increases. Leverage increases, along with that so the beta also increases. So beta and leverage, both of them are measurement of the risk, and both of them will change in the same direction. That is what we understand. There is a very good question from a student that, sir, what is the difference between the leverage and beta? That is the question. So as far as the leverage is concerned, we already have discussed it so long that the leverage is indicating that say what is the percentage change in operating income for every 1% change in the sales, percentage change in the EBT for every 1% change in EBIT, and so on. So as far as the leverage is concerned, say it is degree of operating leverage, degree of financial leverage, degree of combined leverage. All of them are having say certain things to be calculated based on say certain changes. This is what we understand with respect to the leverage. Now as far as the beta is concerned, beta has a very long explanation, very long explanation. So I cannot explain you entirely the beta concept. I can just tell you something like this, that in order to take a decision that whether to make investment in this product or not, whether to make investment in this project or not, we measure risk of the project, and so the beta is a measurement of such a risk. This is what we understand with respect to beta. So we understand that so the beta is a measurement of the risk, and higher the beta, higher the risk. That is what we understand. So over here, the question says that say you pass comment, and in second part of the question it says that say use the leverage to explain why they have different beta. It is one and the same. So I am dictating answer for the second part of the question only. Please write an answer for the second part. We can observe that beta and leverage, comma, both of them are going in one direction, because both of them are measurement of risk. Full stop. With increase in risk, comma, leverage and beta are increasing. Full stop.